Welcome back, y'all. Dr. Evil Genius.
Captain Paul here. What's going on there, Evil?
Hey, man. So, a lot of people don't really know a lot of what people go through in this life, right? And
Nope.
a good example of that would be some of the things that you
Mm.
have gone through and overcome in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found this article and I thought that it would be really interesting because of something that you've been through in your life.
Mm.
And that is the really
Mi-
awful, insidious killer cancer.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't really do the astrology here, so we don't give a fuck what month you're born in over this. But we're talking about the actual disease, cancer. Okay.
Uh, and I think it's just one of those diseases that when you get diagnosed with, or if you even just family members with it, dude, it's rough. It's a very rough mental toll. So and let's get into the article. This is pretty amazing, honestly. Looking at
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah. What's not amazing is the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail has like
A
the
million ads.
entire page just fucking filled up with ads. So we're gonna just try to get through this. Um, they have what appears to be something like an experimental cancer vaccine
Mm.
that supposedly melts tumors away in months and
Mm.
trains the body to seek and destroy the disease, which I think is pretty amazing.
Mm.
Um, so I actually found this story in another article talking about a woman named Anna Bachensky. And I found her story to be pretty interesting because she claims that she was given the what do they call that stage 4
Stage four,
terminal.
like terminal cancer. Yep.
Yeah, Anna Bashensky, age 51, was giving a terminal diagnosis, and I think that that's really interesting because her cancer is in remission. I've never heard of this ever happening before. I've never heard of a someone being told your cancer is terminal. Like, we need to start getting you thinking about getting your affairs in order, palliative care. We need to switch from fighting this disease to making you comfortable. We're talking about somebody who was already given that diagnosis.
Yeah.
And now they're like, yo, my cancer was melted away.
Mm.
That is crazy.
It's
And here's the thing that I really love about this, man. They were given a vaccine that they inject directly into the tumor, right?
mm-hmm.
But again, kind of similar to how they developed the Rona vaccine using mRNA.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving them a set of instructions to say, hey, if you see this, attack it. So what a lot of people don't understand is that cancer, you get a certain cancer, those cancerous cells do go into the bloodstream and then go into other areas of your body, and then those cancer cells start growing in other places. That's when it
Right.
becomes malignant. um, they call it metastasis,
Yep.
right? So you
Once
can
you
have,
metastasize, it's pretty much yeah.
right, like you have any kind of cancer, and then you have those cancerous cells growing in other areas of your body, and at that point, it's pretty
It's
much a wrap. But
yeah.
here, not only does it kill the tumor that it was injected in, but since it has the instructions, it can go anywhere in the body where these malformed cells are spreading and go and hunt them down too, which, man, that shit gives me a lot of hope, man.
It's an amazing. Let's just call it what it is, right? Because some of the hospital in New York's the doctors, like some of the best in the world, go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Biologists and all that to study and kind of figure out like how they can fight these diseases, and it's absolutely amazing. It's game changing. Hopefully, they can keep improving it, where it gets a higher success rate because it was less than 50% of success rate,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
still, that's friggin' impressive for people that had terminal cancer diagnosis. So
Yep.
hopefully, this can be utilized in ways and kept like improved upon because cancer is one of those things that it's really hard to fight. It's one of the most difficult diseases to treat. Even if you do every single possible treatment, there's still an opportunity you could die, right?
Yep.
So, this is awesome. This is fantastic. Hopefully, they can really kind of keep innovating and find cures and find vaccines that can truly destroy cancer right at its roots.
Yeah. And I think that it's obviously it's really important to make it very clear that this is not something that where everybody can just like go to the doctor and ask for a cancer vaccine. It's not we're talking about early trials here, and this vaccine is among a whole bunch of different candidates. But for me, I really got into this story because three whole human beings
Mm,
have gotten a second lease on their life, at a time in their life where you kind of expect the immune system to start showing some signs of wear and tear over the age of 50. One of them was
mm,
age 66, right? So, I look at what you went through and some of the things that you still go through.
mm.
Um, some symptoms that kind of wear on years after um, fighting and beating the disease. But man, this makes me really excited.
It's dude,
Maybe this
it's
stuff will be ready
amazing.
10 years, 20 years from now.
I mean,
Maybe
that's the
cancer will be a
amazing
thing of the
part, man.
past.
The amazing part is once these go through trials, like we could literally be this could be the cure and the end all to all the struggles that we have seen with this disease, and I'm just I'm speechless in a way because this shit has hit hard close to home. So I'm not trying to get emotional, but it's amazing. It's amazing, man. Like
Yeah,
I hope it I hope they can keep furthering this along because it's one of the most difficult diseases to go through, whether you're going through it or a family member is. It's just it's hard,
yeah,
and this is amazing, and this shows that when you have proper treatments and proper I would say studies. I'm excited to see what they can do in like 5, 10 years times, and maybe we're looking at the future where I was very bleak on it. Maybe we're looking in the future 20, 30 years down the road. Cancer can be treated like the common flu. Maybe not, but I'm just saying like this
yeah,
type of vaccine, that's a miracle.
yeah. And obviously, as a cynic, the cold truth of economics. I hope that this is not just reserved for the richest and the most well off.
Mm.
That is something that will be made available to people who really need it. Because even people who are well off, you can go from being affluent to being in the poorhouse real quick
Yep.
once you get that diagnosis. So I think that this is something that really can change. I don't know. I think this is one of those things that can be society changing. This is
This
one
could
of those
be
things.
changing, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that might give people more hope because there's not a whole lot to be hopeful about in modern society today. But man, this is definitely one of those things that definitely gives me the warm and fuzzies. In the comment section below, talk to us about what you think about what we might be able to see in the future as
Mm.
far as medical care, especially when you're talking about something as scary as cancer. I'm not sure there's too many health conditions that are scarier than cancer.
No. So
So thank you for viewing, and next video is where you'll find us. Peace.